Michael Higham
Hey,
of
what it do, baby?
Fanbyte.com.
That's me.
How do you feel about like demons in the mainframe?
Sounds dope to me.
How do you feel about a slow walk that I don't think you can like dash or sprint?
That doesn't sound dope to me.
This is Soul Hackers 2. I thought I would get the expert in all things Atlas and SMT, so that's why I roped in my dog.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Of course,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks for well, hey guy. This is Soul Hackers 2. This is Michael, would you say this is like in the SMT universe?
It is.
Or realm?
Yes, it is. It is part of the Shin Megami Tensei universe. Soul Hackers, a little history lesson for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Soul Hackers was
Teach these devils.
Teach these devil summoners. So Devil Summoner is a branch of SMT, and Soul Hackers was kind of like a sci-fi cyberpunk spin-off of SMT. Back in '97 on the Saturn was the original one.
Jeez,
this is why this is called Soul Hackers 2. And then there was a DS remaster in 2013 for the original Soul Hackers, and the original Soul Hackers was very much like classic dungeon crawling SMT with that sci-fi cyberpunk spin-off. So Soul Hackers 2 is kind of a a revitalization of that.
Yeah,
and we'll get into how we feel about that.
Yeah, we'll get into it. So for folks, if you've ever played a Persona game, an SMT game, these are going to be the same like demons or devils that you summon. So if you're at all familiar with any of those guys, chances are they will be in this game. Happy to report there is a Jack Frost in this. And Michael, am I right in assuming like with every subsequent Atlus RPG, they try and do like a new twist on the combat, right?
Yeah. I think every branch of SMT has its own twist on the systems.
Yeah.
So Persona kind of has that the way you hit weaknesses get extra turns and one mores.
Yeah.
SMT has the core SMT has like the traditional press turn style, where you get extra turns that get passed around, and then for Soul Hackers, what's interesting about Soul Hackers 2 is stacks. We got stacks on deck, Patron on ice.
So yeah, when we expose an enemy's weakness or someone's weak to a certain element or specific attack, instead of doing the stun like you would in Persona or the pass, you develop stacks, and those stacks are like an all-out attack on every single enemy each time you can get a stack going.
Yeah,
and it's really cool the first time you see it.
But you could skip it though.
It's fine. You could skip it.
Every once in a while, I like to watch it, especially if I line something up real nice and I know it's going to be like the killing blow. I'll let it play out. It's a cool animation.
Yeah.
But I do like the stack system. So like Jan said, you still, the core concept is you hit weaknesses and that pays off. So each stack you get at the end of your turn, your Sabbath attack is, you get stacks, so you have a Sabbath attack. That's the name for the all-out attack in this game.
Yeah.
Just lays out, the more stacks you get, the more damage it does. And I think, like, having put in 25, 30 hours into this game, I do think it's a really fun mechanic to mess with because it encourages you to be aggressive. Like, you still have to, this game is still really difficult.
Yeah.
It's forgiving in ways that other SMT games are not. But it's still very challenging.
This is definitely less difficult than Shin Megami Tensei 5 that came out. Gosh, was that last year?
That was last year, man. Yeah. It's one of my favorite games last year. But yeah, there's still, like, enemies can still hit hard if you're not careful. Some of the boss fights in this game are genuinely good and, like, fun because of how hard they hit. But, so the thing about this particular combat system is that if you've played past SMT, if you miss or if you hit, like, if an enemy blocks a certain element and you cast it on them, you get punished pretty hard by losing a whole turn.
Yeah.
In this game, it doesn't do that. So it's more forgiving with mistakes. And I think it's a less punitive system, I think. And some people do like that aspect of SMT where you have to be extra careful about the decisions you make. But in this game, like, the enemies are still difficult and they'll still hit you hard if you're not, like, using support spells, and if your party's not ready, if you're not equipped with the right demons, like you still get punished for that, but it's not like, it feels less cheap, I would say. So that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, a neat thing that they've added for when you're dungeon crawling here is your demons or your persona equivalents will go out on recon missions. So as you're exploring, they'll eventually sometimes pop out throughout the map, and sometimes they'll just have items, they'll have mats, sometimes they'll even heal you depending on when and where you find them. But this is, Michael, would you say this is like how this isn't all the dungeons aren't like this? This is just the mind matrix.
About that.
Right.
So yeah, we were talking about combat system. Combat system's cool if you like turn-based RPGs. You know, SMT always delivers, and I think Soul Hackers 2 does as well. Dungeon design, on the other hand, is, you know, it's I feel like I've put enough time to this game to definitively say this is probably some of the weakest dungeons that have been designed in the SMT like line of games. So
I mostly play this game by looking at my map in the right side there. You almost you almost have your eyes glued to it. So to kind of give a little bit of background about like what y'all are looking at here is this is the Soul Matrix, which is kind of like a Mementos or a Tartarus from Persona 3. Sure.
These are like, they're not really, I wouldn't say they're optional, because these Soul Matrix levels are crucial to upgrading your characters and knowing more about them. And there comes a point when you in the main story where you have to go through the Soul Matrix. So the problem is, so there's like these floors take like, I don't know, maybe like 40-45 minutes to clear per floor. Each character has their own set of floors where you kind of, the more you progress, the more you learn about the character. You get more backstory. The problem is, each floor is designed exactly like this, and it's all the same.
Yeah.
It gets really repetitive, and honestly, it kind of very tedious to explore. It's one of the weakest aspects of Soul Hackers 2, is because not only is like the Soul Matrix kind of this sprawling set of floors that you very much should go through, but a lot of the main story dungeons follow suit. I love SMT dungeon crawling, but there's always something to kind of elevate it above just the normal layout of, like, if you play like Etrian Odyssey, if you play like Persona Q2, it has like that traditional dungeon crawling style, but there's so much art style and so much personality designed within the dungeons of those other games that kind of supplement it and make you feel like excited to be there.
Yeah.
The thing with Soul Hackers 2 is that there isn't, I don't know. It's like you go into someone's empty apartment and they forgot to decorate the place.
Yeah, it does give me that vibe, and that's a bit unfortunate, because I do like the look of a lot of the characters. I am enjoying the story somewhat. A thing that I don't think we've mentioned yet is when you do see enemies up in like the dungeons here, you can smack them if they haven't noticed you, and you could run up on them and get a tactical advantage, or just dip.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I've just been dipping just to speed through and stuff. There's like that radar kind of thing, the penguin looking homie up in the.
That's an owl, bro.
That's an owl? Man, I really don't know animals then. Just telling you about whether or not the area is safe and whatnot. All right, where are we going? We're going here. Okay, I got sidetracked.
Yeah. I mean, so we'll get into a bunch of other things, but I do at least want to say that I think if you've read my impressions on hit video game website fanbyte.com, I'm not too big. I think it's like fair to say, like, I'm not too big of a fan of this game in particular, but you know, the Atlus catalog is some of my favorite shit of all time. So comparatively, I think that Soul Hackers 2 was a disappointment to me, but I will say that, like, you know, there are still things to like about the game. Like, if you're enjoying the game, like, I don't want to, you know, I'm not here to spoil, like, I shouldn't spoil your fun, but also, like, seek out other reviewers as well. Like, I'm not the only one who reviewed this game, of course, so, like, other people have different opinions on it, but, yeah.
I was talking about this with Jeff Grubb earlier, but say you are limited on funds, but you really enjoy the JRPG genre. This would not be my first pick. I think your money may be better served if you can play Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yo, we're talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, baby.
By all means, like, play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I'd even sooner recommend Live Alive over this. The thing that I will say, so I'm playing this on PC. It is pretty neat to see everything run super well. I think because the most recent like Atlus thing in my head is playing SMT5 on the Switch, where everything looks like mud, you know?
Yeah, that game was rough in places.
Yeah, like everything here, like it looks super crisp. The game's been performing super well. It plays well on Steam Deck. It isn't verified, but it plays completely fine there.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah. Michael, I think you talked about this. The soul level. This is kind of like your social link equivalent type of dealio.
Yeah.
There's certain gates in these different matrices or matrices.
Yep.
And dungeons where you won't be able to progress through certain doors unless your the soul level of your companions is a certain level.
Yeah, so throughout the story you have opportunities to up your social ranking with various characters. So dialogue choices, and the icon, like the UI will tell you which dialogue choices kind of upgrade which character's soul level. And you could go to the bar and have drinks with them and have conversations that boost their social level. And you want to do that stuff because you do want to progress throughout the soul matrix.
Yeah.
And because you get additional skills and powers for that particular character.
Here we go.
Yeah, you'll get
these summoner skills. Yeah. So Michael, as you were alluding to, these will give us little boosts specific to the character. I went with Adept Healer when I was originally playing. And anytime we incur a friendly demon, they'll heal us just for a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can explore a bit more. And keep. Oh, we got one of these scary demons. Definitely want to avoid those.
Yes. Avoid these Splinter Cell demons.
That should look like Ava Unit 1.
Be careful.
Okay, I'm gonna like book it.
Yeah, don't run into those. You'll just get you get your ass beat.
Yeah, this is the part that I'm like bothered by, because like you're stuck doing this little walk for forever. And I actually had to change the view options to be less focused on Ringo's derriere.
The default camera's all up in that ass.
Yeah, no, real talk. Like, gosh, I'd also recommend y'all go into the gameplay and just making the messages pop up instantly. But where is it? Graphics, was it? Display.
Maybe gameplay.
Maybe it was gameplay. Ringo's position
camera,
left. Yeah. Oh, camera distance. Yeah, this is how it was normally. Let's apply and see how close up we are. Oh, did I actually save it?
I don't think so.
Siri. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I think it'll just go back once you return to the game.
Like, this is the view you get when you're playing through the game.
I'm playing on PS5, and default was like even closer.
Oh,
so it was hard
closer.
to see. Yeah, it was hard to see like what was going on in the dungeons and kind of avoid enemies who are tracking me. But also, it's like here's some anime ass, and I'm not complaining. Like, I think Ringo's a great character too. So I think that's one thing I do.
Talked about the story at all.
Yeah.
Michael, would you say you are like an AI sent to help prevent the destruction of the world? And one of your targets, Arrow over there. This isn't spoilers because this happens within the first hour. We find them already dead.
That fool gets shot in the fucking head, bro.
Yeah, we might actually see a reenactment
By
of that.
his homie. Yeah, that's just kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, so Ringo, I guess to give a little background for those who aren't playing, Ringo is an AI, like a vessel of the AI that kind of has its eye over the entire world.
Yeah.
And the AI predicts that humanity is coming to an end because of a calamitous event, whatever. And she and her homegirl Fig are both AI anime girls who are designed extremely well. And they're there to kind of seek out these specific devil summoners who have some shit called what are they, covenants?
Covenants, yes.
They're like keys to unlocking superpowers, whatever. And the evil dude wants to collect all the covenants. And how you do that? You kill the person who's holding it.
Yep.
So she basically, like in the first like hour, or two, she finds all 3 of these characters like dead as fuck. And then she does a soul hack, and then just brings them back to life. Which is kind of dope, actually, like on a conceptual level. Like that shit sounds pretty. That just sounds pretty metal. It's cool until like
you got to play more of the game.
Well, right. That's I guess. Okay, so I'll only back it up for a second.
Back it up like a dump truck.
I think Ringo's great as a lead because I think more JRPGs and more Atlus games should have voiced protagonists with their own personalities. And I think this is evident in Persona 3 Portable when they had the female route for the main story in Persona 3 Portable, because that character had a personality and she had
all up in it.
This fool's thirsty. This fool's thirsty.
I'm dude. There's like no
I'm snitching
tactical
on you.
advantage. You are hindering yourself, honestly.
This fool's still stuck on the anime ass. Which I respect it.
I have no problems, and I totally appreciate it. It's just like, man, I'm trying to see the game.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. But yeah, it's cool to have a main character in in an Atlus game in particular who is voiced and has a personality. Because like in recent times, SMT5 more or less a silent protagonist. Even Persona 5, like I think Joker has a lot of personality in his design and how he moves and his role in that story, but he is, at the end of the day, a silent protagonist.
Right.
So, yeah, I do like that aspect. I just think that the supporting cast, like the other characters, they have potential, but the problem I have with this game is that, and I say this in my review, is that the writing and the scripting for this game feels like it feels very basic. It's delivered in a very uninteresting way. Yeah. And I think it feels like a script that forgot to get punched up.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm having a hard time really explaining it without like delving into 20 paragraphs in like an editorial piece, but it just, what it boils down to is that its art style and its character designs have a lot of personality or show potential of a lot of personality. It's just that the actual storytelling and the writing doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't necessarily make good on those things. So you'll sit through like long drawn out conversations of like that don't really go anywhere, and I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's really lacking the storytelling department, which is, it's a disappointment.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep comparing this to Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because they're very different games.
Absolutely,
from two very different studios. I just can't help it going back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because before we even started, Michael, you said you were 12 hours in, and at the 12-hour mark, you were still learning a lot about the game.
That was Xenoblade Chronicles?
About Xenoblade Chronicles, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think I mind any of that slow drip of information. In fact, I think the pacing is actually done really well. My actual save is about 4 hours in, and I'm not... I feel like I'm having to force myself to get into it versus just being captivated from the game from the get-go. Like it is more on my part to get into it.
I think that's an interesting thing to say because like I do agree with you, and I think the thing I notice about this game, Soul Hackers 2 in particular, is that it tries to give you all that stuff up front. Yeah. Like I said, they show you all the main characters, they show their kind of backstory, they show the soul hacking sequence, and then within like 2-3 hours, you know everyone, you know what their deal is.
Yeah.
I feel like it went too fast, and it kind of expected you to care about each character without giving you enough reason to.
Yeah.
And I think, and like you said, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a different beast, but if we're just looking at from a storytelling perspective, is that it doesn't leave you any trails necessarily to be interested in. It's just like, here's who they are, this is what their deal is, and I think that I put enough time into the game to feel like they don't necessarily develop in any meaningful way. And like, I also want to say that if other people are playing this and feeling like they are interested in it and it does captivate them, like that's valid. Like, I just want to say straight up,
yeah.
I don't want to like hop on this quick look and be like, yo, this game's ass.
You like this game? You got poor taste.
No, it's not like that. It's
no,
just,
not at all. Yeah. I think it just. I often don't prescribe to the whole money and time aspect of like, you spend X amount, so you should get Y hours of enjoyment. Nuts. But I feel like you're right about the pacing. I feel like they could have drip fed the characters more and more time getting invested in them. But at the same time, I don't know if I would have wanted more time.
If it would be to its benefit if it used that time to do more development.
Sure.
Because if they show you everything without like necessarily getting there, it's like, what if you met a person, they told you their whole life story in 10 minutes, and you're like, okay, that's what's up, man, but I don't know you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess so. I think. It moves too fast. So it's like someone pulls up to you and says, "Hey, we're best friends now. I'm gonna tell you about my life story." Like, "Hey, yo, chill, my guy." Like, damn.
Yeah. So this is an example of the game kind of being a little difficult. This is like a regular encounter. Nuts. All right. Well, this is like a regular normal fight. I'm just gonna try and escape.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta straight up escape if you can't hit their weaknesses. So, but I mean, so like example like that, the shit is still challenging even though it's forgiving. I do like
real quick.
I mean, are you gonna look at your devils? Your demons.
Demons. This is a list of everyone that you have on your roster. Other folks that are already equipped to your party, but in Summoner's menu we can change all types of stuff here. Little accessories, your specific demon. A Mystique is kind of like a power-up or like an augmentation to kind of boost up that specific, I keep wanting to say persona, but that demon. And then the outfits, well, got a special one right here.
Oh shit, hey!
Or hey, yo.
Hey!
Can everyone just be okay?
I'm playing a lot of Melty Blood.
Wait a minute.
Anime maids. Whoa, that I reckon gross boy.
Yeah, let's switch it back.
I like how they made him a catchy. Like, damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Hello.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Oh my god, getting some real Persona vibes here.
Looking good.
Yeah, I do like Ringo. Now that you mentioned it, I guess it didn't dawn on me that she's our main protagonist that actually speaks.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and I hope that future Atlus games do that. I hope Persona 6, whenever that comes around, is like that. I hope whatever next SMT game does that, because I think there's a lot of potential in doing that. I understand they want to have. Oh, that's gonna be a tough fight. I think if I recall correctly, electricity is the weakness of this dude. No,
I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you.
No, I don't think it's electricity.
I
think it's ice.
We got someone.
I remember getting a cast Bufu. I think
I had that. Sorry.
Shut your ass up. That's my line, man. Because I had this demon equipped to Ringo in the game, and because I like speccing her into electricity, so I think he hits with electricity. But yeah.
Yeah, man, like this, it's a very pretty game. The story is like it's kind of interesting, but I just don't think it has the strongest start. I feel like you definitely have to not force yourself to get into it. And again, this is all just Michael's account and my own account. If you are enjoying the beginning of this game, then by all means, please keep enjoying it. This is just
like I have to keep saying that.
I don't want to yuck anyone's yums.
Yeah, exactly. We wanted yums at the top of the show. We're not here to yuck them.
Yep. All right, let's see.
You know, our best friend Jollibee out here slanging yum burgers, not yuck burgers. So
there we go.
We're gonna try and do the same.
Okay.
Wind.
There we go.
Wind. There you go. I think it's the customizability with the different, because each character can equip whatever demon they want. So there's a lot of customization when it comes to how you form your party. And I think, like, off the bat, each character has their specific element that they're attuned to.
Yeah.
But you can change that up with different accessories, building different demons, and you can have. What I did is I made sure my party could hit every elemental weakness at least twice.
There we go.
So, depending on what, and also you're like mad low on MP, so you ain't gonna win this shit at all.
Oh, I don't know. Where there's a will, there's a way, buddy. Oh wait, I just looked at those numbers. You might be right.
Yeah, unless you got like some wild item to restore all your MP.
There we go. Carry the team, Ringo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fights like this. There's some fights that are where the boss summons in more different demons. It's frustrating, but I actually do enjoy that quite a bit. In the main story, that happens a few times, and I think it really makes you think on your feet. It makes you really think about party composition. So there's a lot of smart design decisions when it comes to some of the bigger battles in this game that I hope other RPGs or other SMT or Atlus games do as well. SMT had elements of that, definitely, but there are some fights that were like, hey, if you're not spec'd into this element, you're done, son. Like,
yeah.
And there's an element of that in this game too, but at least you have a lot more options to take care of that stuff. Whereas SMT, I remember, like, especially in the early stages of SMT5, it's like, yo, if you don't have ice, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And if you can't protect yourself from fire, you might go nowhere. And I think that was like kind of a really rude awakening for SMT5. But yeah, so example here, the boss summoning these little flying fox dudes, and you gotta kind of deal with them too. So layers,
baby. All right, cool. We got the week.
Yeah. Oh, the strategy I always use in SMT games is like, do a first run that you know you're gonna lose to scout out their weaknesses, and then come back prepared. You know what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So you know wind and you know electricity. Let's go. On the little fox dudes, and fire too is gonna seem to do
I'm
that
really
work.
glad that they don't penalize you for missing attacks now, because that was always a bummer in SMT5. God.
Yeah. Do you have a commander abilities yet?
No, not this early. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there's a cool thing like with commander abilities that the first one you get is that you can double stack with each hit, and and there's also a summoner ability you can get for each character where they also additionally get extra stacks for hitting enemies with their with whatever element they're attuned to. And then it's like I got like a 12 stack one time, and that shit was like hella satisfying to hit. So definitely give Soul Hackers 2 some props with some of the ways you can tinker with the combat system.
How's this gonna go?
Here goes.
Still work.
Well, yeah, still got him. Damn, if you pull this off though, that's kind of
pro gamer here, man.
You're playing on normal, I assume, right?
Yes. There are multiple difficulty options for folks that just want to blast through and consume the story, or if you want more challenge. But let me tell you, there's plenty of challenge as is.
Yeah, I played through on normal, and I think it was, even for me who've played like a lot of Atlus games through the years, I still found I found the difficulty like tuned just right. There are a couple moments where I had to go back to the demon fusion stuff and had to rethink my party composition, and I had to maybe like grind a few levels which isn't like that bad. It's not like you're gonna be spending hours repeating fights or whatever. I mean, as long as you engage in fights as you explore, I think you should be mostly fine.
Yeah, don't do what I did where you were just knocking out enemies and then dipping. Definitely try and grind if you can.
Yeah.
All right. We might do this, man.
You're gonna have to drop more chakra drops.
Oh, we only had the one.
Oh, you're done, son.
No, we good.
Nah, you ain't coming back from this.
Just take a deep breath, Ringo.
This is nothing.
That was nasty.
Go for the weak spot.
Anti.
Come
Good
on,
hit.
come on.
Nothing we can do. Arrow.
Oof.
We got
No.
some life stone.
Oh, damn, you got no items left. Damn, you hella early then.
We're in bad shape if this keeps.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
I do like
Tired already?
I do like the combat quite a bit because your items are really important.
Very much so.
I think maybe no, I wouldn't say more than SMT5, but they are important elements. Like you're not just
That's cool.
just wipe everyone out. It's chill.
Pro gamer, we're doing this for.
You're not serious,
Okay,
are
no,
you?
don't do that one.
Glad you've got my back.
Come on.
Just give Ringo all the juice.
She's going to carry the team for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, good plan.
there, Ringo.
Yeah, so this is still fairly early, and I did,
My way.
as we saw earlier, just blast through enemies that we should have probably been fighting. They're down in the red now.
I know. I'm saying like, oh shit.
Don't-
If you
Oh,
yo,
fortune favors the brave.
hey.
Okay,
Maybe
Ratata.
I was gonna say maybe drop a chalk. Oh, you don't have any more chakra drops, huh?
Oh yeah,
you're
I'm
done.
only
Nah,
gonna.
you're done. This
yeah,
is it. This is the last one.
I did the math.
So close. You hate to see it.
Well, we might be able to grind this out. Actually, we'll just put this on
normal hits.
auto.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Yes.
Yeah, we know auto attacks.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. Wait, whoa.
Hey.
If you get this, oh shit, y'all, let's go.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, so Sizo, this is all up to you.
All right. Okay.
He was literally one turn away.
Right there.
Literally
Right
one
there.
turn away.
Do we
Anti.
run it back? Do we run it? Oh gosh.
Do you have access to the next main story dungeon, right?
Let me load up that.
Because after you finish the I think after you finish the first one, I think you have to run through one Soul Matrix level, I think.
Yeah.
Until the next one opens up, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe you're like,
Oh, you know what? We can show people how like the hub looks. So after you complete Arrow's or semi-complete and at least beat that boss, you get access to the rest of your crew and exploring their soul matrices. You can also talk to yourself and boost up your own existing abilities. But wait, no, it's this one.
yeah, that's the exit. And all the Soul Matrix floors are all the same.
Very, very similar.
Yeah, and I think like after running 9 of them things in total,
Please
I'm
handle
just
this.
like, yo, I'm over it.
Cooperate. Well done.
You are accepting quests from literally any and everyone.
Scanning. Please handle.
Like there are bounty like
Excuse me.
quests
Yeah,
constantly.
it's like a lot.
Yeah, let's get out of here. All right. So, oh yeah, let's go grab a drink real quick, and then maybe we call it a day, because this is how you traverse through the different locations. You just pop open your map, and then just head to them.
Yeah.
Some of
Go
these
check out
are.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Some of these are dungeons. Some of these are just like little hubs or store areas. But let's go get some drink.
Oh, up. Let's get it.
And then this is another place where you can work on increasing your party's soul levels.
Yeah. And these are like social link events where
Yep.
you're supposed to have like conversations and get to know characters. Some of them have some interesting tidbits, I would say.
I keep saying
do
this
not.
milady instead of
Milady tipping your fedora.
my quick look
fucking-
fedora.
You fucking herb. Ooh, beer. Yeah, beer is sick.
Ringo just looks like she discovered what EDM was a little too late.
Yo, yeah, she could go to EDC.
Yeah.
She'd be the star of the show.
That being said, I'd let Melody step on me.
True.
Hey, yo.
What?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, so
I'm with you on that.
So, like, this is the flow of this specific stuff. There are very different character-to-character story bits that are more, I don't know, more elaborate, let's say. And then, yeah, these different bar interactions will vary from time to time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't care, you can just fast forward through the whole thing.
Yeah. Wow. I do feel like overall so another thing too that I do appreciate about Soul Hackers 2 is that I like RPGs and JRPGs in particular that revolve around adults.
Yes.
I think that
is... Yes, please go on.
Yeah. I mean, I love Persona is like my favorite franchise of all time. But at a certain point, it's kind of like, okay, I want to like branch into like, and well, the Persona games are mature and they do tackle things that as a young adult are very much relatable, regardless of your age. But I think this was mostly personally, it was highlighted when I played Yakuza Like a Dragon in 2020, where I'm like, damn, I want more stories about just normal ass adults who are probably like washed up or have adult problems, because it's a different, it's a different perspective. It's not like I'm dealing with like high school drama and all sort of stuff. It's like, there's potential there that I think is untapped for at least for Atlus RPGs.
Like these people are sad just like me.
And they want to go drink after they get their work done, just like me. So yeah, I think there's a lot. I think that's valuable. I just don't know if Soul Hackers 2 makes the most of that opportunity, unfortunately.
Right.
But
and you finished the game, correct, Michael?
Yes, I finished it.
Okay, all right.
So the thing I wrote on Fanbyte was attributed to this game isn't that long.
Sure.
Comparatively to other JRPGs, which is kind of cool. Like, it's nice to have something that's a little bit more with a bit more brevity, I would say.
That being said, you're still looking at like 20 plus hours.
Oh yeah, easy.
And I mean,
at the 25-hour mark, I was like I was past halfway. So yeah, I clocked in like 40, I think like between 40 45 hours when I completed this game. I kind of feel like I rushed through it a little bit, but it is what it is.
I think that's about it for Soul Hackers 2, Michael.
Jump into the compsmith.
Oh, okay.
Before we dip out, I think this is a good thing to end on, because I would say that the background track at the compsmith is probably one of the best shop tunes in all of RPGs.
Oh, commander skills. There you go. The save didn't have it yet. Oh.
So yeah, I think
Soul Hackers 2, it's not my first recommendation if you're looking, if you're jonesing for a JRPG. Again, I'm very high on Xenoblade Chronicles 3, so if you have the means to play it, by all means, I'd recommend that over this. But I do recognize this game's merits. It's just not. It's not completely doing it for me or holding me as much as other games have recently.
Yeah, and as y'all have watched this quick look, I tend to agree. But again, not to yuck anyone's yums. If y'all are enjoying it, that's what's up. But as a purveyor of all Atlus things for a very long time, it is, I would say on the lower tier of Atlus RPGs.
Sure.
But if y'all wanna cop it, that's all you.
Oh damn it! One sec, and then we'll go.
All right.
I just want to see
Ringo do got anime legs. As someone who has anime legs, as I've learned in many a GameSpot YouTube comments, a lot of people out there are like, yo, this fool. I was on it's on a PS5 video with Peter Brown, and the comments was like, this fool's got long ass legs. So
it's not letting me be Joker.
Is it only in combat?
It might only be in combat. Dang.
I hate to see it. So shouts out to anime legs.
Shouts out to you, Michael Anime Legs Higham. I've been Janichoa. This has been Soul Hackers 2.
Second one.
The second one.
Isa Dalawa.
Isang Bagsak. See you later, everybody. Thank you.
Peace. Sige.